Andy, welcome.
Hiya.
Welcome to my podcast. How does it feel to be my very first male guest?
I don't know, like it's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
It's a lot of pressure.
It's just,
Well, you've made it here. What do you think of the place?
I've been interviewed on worse spots, like.
Oh, have you?
Oh my,
I'm sure you've been interviewed in more states too.
That's it.
Well, all them raves and everything.
Well, there is that now. There's that.
One of the things that I wanted to bring you on is because I was thinking about the past, and one of the things I used to actually have were CD decks. And when I was young, I think I got them for Christmas, maybe when I was 15 or 16, because I was always like not allowed to go to school. Like I was always at home and they were at work, so I could blast the music really, really loud. What age were you when you first got your CD decks?
I mean, I had CD players and CD things from I was no age, to be honest, Glenn. But it wasn't until about 3 years ago I got really into it. You know, I got my first set of decks. It was actually my girlfriend bought me them as a Christmas present. And yeah, I haven't looked back since. It's a good way escape now, you know.
Has it helped? What has music done for you, and how has it helped you cope?
Well, during lockdown, it was good. It helped a lot, you know, because being out of work and stuff, and you can't be locked in the house that long.
No.
I'm a firm believer that music is definitely great for mental health, you know, and I've always said that even before I started DJing and making music. You need, no matter what mood you're in, you stick on your favourite tune.
Absolutely.
And you're good as new again, you know.
So, what advice would you give to any other young DJ who maybe is like, because I know a lot of people that are really, I've can see the notes of music in their brain, and I want to say that I can see sometimes maybe a person doesn't know it, but they're using music to escape, but I can also see the tones in their own brain, and if only they could unlock that as a means of expressing. What I'm really trying to say is, do you feel that there's a link between spirituality and certain forms of music?
Definitely. I mean, the whole universe is about vibrations, and it's about feelings and emotions.
Yep.
And you play the right tune.
Yeah, I mean, I particularly, I think you see it more with trance music. I think trance music you can really see like where it's ethereal, it's dimensional.
Yep.
I mean, what is trance? When you go to them big raves, what is trance trying to imitate?
Well, there's
higher realm.
I mean, there's different types of raves, as I'm sure you know. You go to a trance rave, and everybody's like just quiet and enjoying the music, and that's good. That's what it's about. But you go to a hardstyle rave, and everybody's you know what I mean. And again, that's what it's for. That's what it's about. And it's all about escaping just the week that you've had, the shite week that you've had at work, or the shite week you've had with the missus, or whatever it may be, or the mister, or whatever it is. And you just switch off for those few hours you're on that dance floor, you know.
As a form of escape. Well, I can remember going to illegal raves, and it was my sort of, this is when I learned maybe to start just dancing instead of just standing there. And it definitely has helped me. And from then I do like that sort of side trancey music. However, it would have always been happy hardcore, and it would have been my very first song that I loved. Would have been Hardcore Feelings, Charlie Nonos. Is that right? You say it? My very first song I would have loved, Hardcore Feelings. I think in that sort of, I had my parents' torch. It was always like, Glenn, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down.
The window shaking.
Put your headphones in.
Yep.
No, what the fuck was the point in having CD decks if they constantly told you to turn them down?
That's it.
Know what I mean?
That's it.
So, what sort of music do you like to produce, Andy?
So I would do bounce music, bootlegs, remixes. I have a few originals on Spotify, but more now. It's more into the bounce and the bootlegs, you know. Taking a chart tune and turning it into a dance music.
And I've seen some of your photos. I've seen you picture with the likes of GJ Lee Keenan, people like that there.
Good friend of mine.
Are you on that sort of circuit then?
Yeah. I mean, if you go onto my SoundCloud, there's I don't know how many tracks that there is on my SoundCloud that me and him have worked on together. You know, going to any sort of, even Lee's SoundCloud, there's a good few that we've worked on. I can't even count how many we've worked on together. You know, Lee's fantastic. I mean, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for Lee Keenan. You know, he's a gentleman.
So he's been a real good influence then for you?
He has, I mean, there's Lee, the whole scene really. It's like a family, you know. You're like you're a family on the dance floor first of all, but there's not I wouldn't make a tune these days without sending it off to Lee and what do you think of this, and he'll tell me honestly. If he thinks it's shite, he'll say that's shite.
Raver culture is bringing together of people. I tried to
he's a brother, you know.
You know, people always, you not know who you're going to meet, especially at sort of underground raves, because I feel like it's people who are really trying to escape. As we are not really off grid going to like Kelly's or wherever, it's all the same people. So if you're going somewhere, it's the middle of the fucking woods, so you have to be dedicated to get there, and maybe it doesn't start to a certain time. You know, you're taking that risk. All right, well, I'm going outside. It maybe is illegal, whatever it is, or being outdoors, no security. But I mean, that is one of the things where nature takes care of you, and it's great. I think.
Well, I mean, you have to remember. I mean, nobody wants it to be an illegal rave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the government during lockdown, whenever they were farting about, I mean, these promoters had sold tickets to gigs, you know, and they'd paid the DJs, you know, and things like that. And the next thing the government changed the rules. I mean, those people have been paid, and those people have been looking forward to going to it. You had to do something, you know. It is what it is, but it's not the way we want it to go. But that's just the way it is.
So Andy, where can people find you, and what is your handle?
So find me on SoundCloud mainly, at DJ AndyM Official. Facebook, follow me there, same thing, or on Facebook at Stumpin' Beats Official. Or Spotify, DJ AndyM, you know.
Perfect. So Andy, what was the last thing you manifest?
Nothing.
You haven't manifest anything yet?
Not a thing yet, no.
Well, I'll tell you what I think you're going to manifest.
Well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
I think you're going to manifest a clutch or an alternator problem in that car. It's going to force you into getting in a newer car. When you get your newer car, you're going to feel happier, more accomplished. Every now and again, you need a new toy. I know you're very loyal to that car.
Fucking need to be the money I spent on it.
Well,
Are you joking me?
Well, this is it. If you spend too much on it, it might be time to get another German car.
Well, I mean, I usually like to change my car every year or so anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But that does happen, because I do feel like there's going to be a new car for you.
Likely. The luck I have, likely.
Well, I think you've good luck. If you're able to be a DJ and do what you love, like, I mean, that is certainly, not everybody at home is able to really do that. And I feel like this is where you can maybe inspire some people. It's powerful to be able to do what you love, no matter what that is. And it isn't even about money or, you know, obviously we all have to keep a roof over our head. But I mean, like, let's be real. If you're able to do really what you love and be passionate and creative.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even about the money for me personally. I have a full-time job anyway. The music's just a hobby, but I mean, music, I believe, it's, as I said at the start, it's great for mental health. It's
a means of coping.
Yeah, so why charge for that? You know what I mean? If I don't care if I have 1 follower or 1 million followers.
Yeah.
If one person
enjoys
one of my songs, then
you've achieved something.
I've achieved it. Yeah,
definitely, you definitely have. Yeah. So Andy, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, who cut your hair?
The girl that's on this podcast as well is actually on this episode as well. You might have just seen her. You will have just seen her before, actually. So you'll be good bit psychic, Andy. It's actually a wig. So it is.
Is it a wig?
That bit's wig, yeah.
I can tell.
It's glued to my head, and then the rest of it's all.
I'm only joking.
Oh, so you can tell. Listen, I need my crown. I need to wear my crown, or else I'll be a baldy, Andy.
So, tell me this, Glenn. Whenever you're doing your thing, who is psychic for the psychics? Do you know what I mean? Who would you go to? You know? Or can you do it yourself? Because I know I've seen you in other podcasts. I personally
don't always like a reading, and I only really like a reading if, when I was really younger, really truthfully, I really seeked it whenever my head was melted because of boys, possibly. That would be the only time really I needed a reading. I know I might need it later on with grief and things. I will definitely. However, I know that I can connect myself, so I don't really know how it's going to work whenever my granny passes away. But not to stray really off the question, I would have a lot of people who read, spiritual friends, but we connect, but wouldn't necessarily read each other. I'll be honest, people who are readers don't get readings really.
I suppose you don't need them.
And we're very funny, I'll be honest with you. See if somebody tries to read me and it's not fucking accurate, I won't be happy. I'll be very disappointed and I'll be furious.
Well, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't fancy paying somebody to get
it's not
bad
that
news.
It's just sometimes random people sometimes try to read me and I don't necessarily like it. I've been taught, right, I've learned through doing readings, right, that you can only really do it with goodwill if people ask for it.
Okay. Yeah.
So that would have been me before in the past, just running up and reading people.
So would you think then, you said that you learned how to read people, so you think that's something you can learn, or do you think you're born with it, or? Well,
I think it was hard for my childhood because of obviously Ruben in the bedroom and certain ghosts. But I do think, it can definitely be learned. If you open yourself up to it, if you start to find it, it'll find you.
That's interesting.
Oh, good, Andy?
Good, yeah.
Perfect. I think we're going to be disturbed here because it's a very hot
drunkards.
Belfast.
Yeah.
Another great podcast. Remember, these episodes are available every Monday. Andy, hopefully you'll come back on again very soon.
Yes, if you have me, yes.
You've been a star, of course. Anytime, Andy, you've been great. Remember, if you want to read, visit psychicglen.com.
And for good music, don't follow me. Fuck that.
No,
there's plenty of other boys down there.
Give me follows.